Like Welcome to Paradise, where we throw some stuff, where we're throwing catchphrases to see what sticks.
Welcome to Chairadice. let me show you what.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We have all the chairs possible.
Panorama. So many chairs in this room.
Chairs everywhere.
It is definitely Chairadice.
Welcome to Chairadice. We can actually hear you, Jim, by the way. I can, yes. Hello.
He doesn't get any louder than that.
So today we're playing Out of the Abyss. We have, we are.
Yeah.
We have Jim this time. Last time he had a child's birthday that he had to host. But we're happy to have Jim back on Jim Jar. Jimbo Slice, as it were. Let's get into what? Nice. Hey, you gotta
Awesome.
run on something, right?
Hey, can you ask them if they want to sponsor us? Just kidding. We'll be like MTV, like in the real world, where they're always going to Subway for like, there's like a whole 5 seasons where they ate nothing but Subway and they always had a shot there. Not a shot. They had a shot at Subway.
I nope, don't know about this whole thing.
I'll take a shot at Subway.
You will. I believe you. Well, let's get into a quick recap. Last time, and the time before that, the adventurers dealt with the Pudding King in Blingdenstone.
Gross.
Pudding King was mind-controlled in a way, basically completely taken over by Quiblix, a demon lord. And the adventurers had to go and help the deep gnomes to rid them of the amassing amount of oozes that was there. The Pudding King was the king of Blingdenstone, had gone missing, basically started calling all these oozes to him, and the adventurers went in, killed the Pudding King. The oozes lost their focus and concentration. They had no sense of direction after that. So,
You're very much like me.
very much like all of us, we're streaming off of Hotspot right now because our new space, we don't have internet that is working, which is sad, but it shall be fixed for next time that we're here. So the adventurers basically finished that up, headed out with the caravan, and went with them to Gauntlgrim. Gauntlgrim being a normal, much closer to the surface city. It's a dwarven city that was recently reclaimed by Brunor Battlehammer.
Brunor!
Sir Brunor! And, so they got there, were greeted by a massive wall, followed by multiple layers of walls to enter the city. Entered the city to a very large city, like small city-sized chamber, almost, in which there were different stalls and mining carts that go in all sorts of different directions. Some go to different living areas, some go to work areas, some go to the actual mining, they go deeper down. And the adventurers met up with, I don't know what we would call him. They've got a personal secretary at the moment, I guess. He led them to an inn. They took a look. They have a bath. They have a sweet fireplace. They finally get the comforts of, a more normal space. Adventurers haven't had a bath in months. Probably about 2 months. The first place you went was Sloopladop.
They bathed us there.
Sloopladop was a place with yeah, they were on the water, so you were able to bathe there.
Because you stole soap, and we were going to be sacrificed.
Yep, you were going to be sacrificed there.
Well, we've been traveling for like
2 months.
3 months.
Yeah.
2 months since then. Took you a long time to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so adventurers were super happy to be able to take a shower or bath. The spouts came from way up high, filled up a bath, but they were, able to do whatever. So, enjoyed that, stepped out, noticed that, they're having some conversations, noticed that the secretary was standing at the door during their conversations, and that is where we left off. So you guys are all in your room, and I think he was actually mentioning to you in the morning you could go to Bruno.
Yeah. And we were like, all right, we'll drink until then. You're welcome to join us.
Yep. So he left. He left, and he's going to go inform Brunor of your meeting time in the morning.
Okay. Which is when the torches are bright.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. They actually have a method of keeping track of time down here. No other place they've been to has kept track of surface world time.
Right.
Up this high, they do keep their torches lit more brightly during the day, and they dim them at night so that everyone can keep track of where in the day cycle they are.
Cool.
I don't think I have anything to do this evening.
You had different restaurants downstairs as well.
Yes.
You had like 4 different restaurants.
Oh, yeah, we were going to eat.
I want a fucking steak. Cooked barely.
Yep.
Why would you want a fucking steak?
Just,
That sounds really gross and nasty.
yeah.
Like very messy,
It does.
Euphemisms, mate.
Oh. Euphemism?
Just get me a steak. Let's just go down. We'll wash it down with most of this bottle.
Sure. I could go for a nice salad. I haven't had some fresh greens in a long time.
Should have some vegetables. Taters, too.
Oh, yeah.
Steak and taters.
Leaves and taters.
So you go down the stairs to go find your steak and taters
And leaves.
and leave.
And steak tartare.
And steak tartare. Oh, that's an interesting one. Yeah.
And tartar sauce.
And tartare sauce. Yes. Steak tartare sauce. You go down and you see 4 different, like they're obviously restaurant style. They're kitchens that you can see. It's very much like you're going to the food court at the mall, but old style. So you see quite obviously what everything is. You have a spot with a massive grill, and it is adorned with different things that you would know, and everyone would know. But this place has like different like heads of elk and deer and all sorts of different stuff. And they're all set up towards the top, and all of their antlers are basically touching the ceiling, and that's the way that they're like leveled out. So they're all kind of different levels. At the grill, holy cow, these chairs really just let you go.
Yeah,
And if you let it go, then
scary.
you just like slide.
Oh my gosh, I did that in the rocking chair at our parents' house.
Yeah.
In the den, I did that, and like I went back, and it legit threw me back.
Oh my gosh.
It did not have a stop. Furniture from the 70s, man. It's like out to get you.
You also see a brick-style oven in which there's an individual with a big ol' hat, and he's sitting there, he's pulling out different breads, and he's got all sorts of stuff going there. What?
Is there pizza?
There's not pizza, but there is like awesome
Flatbread?
bread.
I want bread. I want awesome bread.
Yes, there is also another spot in which you can see someone is messing with leaves, and this place it looks like an herbalist shop
Oh.
all around the sides, and you see the guy that's pulling ingredients off of these leaves, and he's like making stuff in a big bowl behind him. And the fourth spot is kind of like where it's all put together. So you basically can go to each one, see what's there, and you can bring it all to the last dude who will present it for you.
Okay. Go up to the first place, just be like, steak, barely cooked, that thick.
He pulls out like 6 different steaks that are thick. And he's like, which one would you like?
Which one's got the deepest marbling?
Probably this one.
That's the one.
How much would you like me to cook it?
Just barely, just let it warm through. Flip it over, let it warm through.
He grabs it with the spatula and flicks it over his head, lands on the stove. As he does that, he reaches under the desk that is between you, and he grabs some seasonings, and he turns around and he just starts freaking going at it with seasonings. He even will slice it up as he's finishing cooking it, and he tosses it onto a plate, turns around, and he's like, all right, does this look pretty good for you?
That'll work.
Take this on over to that side. They'll charge you. They'll get it looking real nice. You're gonna get like a freaking presentation of your food from the last stall.
Do you have potatoes?
Potatoes over there at the garden.
Great.
Potatoes.
I'm going to the garden place.
Okay, you go to the garden place. You see what you're used to as well. You see mushrooms.
Yes.
You see mushrooms. You see different normal leafy greens.
Excellent.
And yeah, you got potatoes.
I just want mushrooms.
Want
Just kidding.
mushrooms?
No. No, I want all the leaves. Just a big bowl of juicy salad. And then a pile of roasted potatoes.
Potatoes.
Heaping bowl of leaves and potatoes. Oh, lots of potatoes.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. Okay. Start chopping stuff off and peeling everything, getting it all ready to go. Super fresh. Just obviously
Yes.
grown here. They bring it in, and this guy gets to just get it prepped for you. So he's getting a super nice salad ready and a bunch of potatoes.
Most excellent.
Yes.
As you guys pass, they all look at Jim Jar because he's not eating. There's
Because there's no Subway here.
no Subway there. Yeah, that's true. They have the ability to make a Subway-esque sandwich, though. I mean,
I just want a sandwich. I just want a sandwich. I was sitting in silence and debating on one steak or a bowl of meats. Like, man, why don't I do both? So I want a steak sandwich.
steak sandwich with some leaves.
Oh yeah, we do need to go to the bread place, so that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go over to the bread place, and there's all sorts of bread that's ready. And
Honey buns.
he has it all he has it all on this spot that's
Yes, darling.
it's basically like the Subway hot spot they keep all their bread in. Except it's got like heated stone,
Okay.
and it's all sitting on that stone, and you can see from the like embers that are obviously coming out. Like you can see that it's heated from below, and they're just heating this stone up. And yeah, there's all sorts of just any type of bread that you want. There's, ciabatta. There's some whole wheat. There's some white bread. There is some flat bread, of course.
I just want a loaf of fresh whole wheat bread and a fresh croissant.
Yeah, you.
Flaky, buttery deliciousness.
You know, it sounds really good.
Holla.
Yeah. Holla.
Holla holla. You.
Yeah.
Don't exactly get an actual croissant, but you get like a flaky biscuit.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want a fluffy honey bread.
Okay.
I'm really hungry now.
Yeah, I know.
I am
He-
really mad at you.
He looks at you and he says, which type of bread would you like? We can do the honey however you'd like. Just pick one.
I don't know enough about bread.
You pick one. He basically just like uses a brush and puts honey on it on both sides. Puts it back into the wood or into the stone oven, and just lets it like kind of crisp a little bit, and then brings it back out. Hands it over to you. You've got all your stuff except Ginger, who decided everything is going to be raw. Yeah, so you get you get your potatoes. You put it all over there. Do you guys like want them into normal potatoes? Do you want them to like chop it into fries? Like how?
I was gonna go with a baked potato, but those roasted potatoes actually sound
Yeah,
really good.
roasted potatoes for sure.
Squares like that big.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you just start
The
chomping on it
finger
on your way through the
potatoes.
line. And
Like an apple.
yeah, that's what you just ah. It's weird. Okay, yeah, so you get some nice roasted potatoes, seasoned up. They'll put that into like a separate bowl, and then hand you a bunch of like actual like plates and stuff if you want to like have a shareable thing.
Okay.
They take your leaves. They also go back over and they'll grab a bunch of like tomatoes and stuff. They go over to the bread guy and get a bunch of croutons.
Yes.
Bring it all back, and they start, making it actually taste good.
Cool. Cool.
And then they.
Jordan and Carlo, you guys she get more food. Way more food cooking, right? And by the time y'all should be cooked, I can eat another sandwich.
Yeah, you have a point.
But you do realize we haven't had hot food in a long time.
Oh, no, right now.
We haven't had hot food in a while.
It's up here.
I've never had
Oh.
hot food.
Huh.
Yeah, Ginger wouldn't.
Never had.
Ginger wouldn't be the most, experienced with hot foods.
I've never had hot food.
Well, here, try this. I'm gonna cut off some of my steak and give it to Jim Jar. Be like, you gotta try it.
Not sure. Alright, I'll give it one small try. Eat it.
No, we can hear you. Roll me a d20.
Oh my god, what? Give me a second.
Constitution saving throw.
Yeah.
Really?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
I was gonna do one. Yeah, you're rolling a Constitution saving throw, Ginger.
You need 20?
Yep. Plus your Constitution saving throw modifier.
Oh shoot, let me pull that page up.
bread now. I want fresh
I
bread.
do too. I don't know what's around here, so.
I don't know either.
Constitution saving modifier.
Yep.
60.
Okay. Yeah. Your stomach feels weird as you eat it because you're not used to digesting red meat. But it does taste pretty darn good. Like, if you got used to it, you could get down like this. You were about to get sick, yes. You were about to get sick. I was gonna figure out if you were like allergic or what. You had a mild allergy. You don't have a mild allergy, but your intestines surely are not accustomed to digesting something like this intense. But it doesn't bother you at all, other than just a slight just discomfort.
I feel like it tastes fine. It tastes okay. But for some reason, it made me have to go to the bathroom.
That's strange. You eat bugs all the time.
Tasty protein, yep. Yeah, and at this point, you guys are sitting around. You guys are sitting around these really freaking sweet booths, and they're really high up. Like, there's really high up stonework, and you have like a cornered off cubicle basically, and they're all set like that, like all different, like they're all X's basically. So you have someone behind you, like all angles basically. But you have like a pretty sweet, just chill, only you guys type of spot.
Nice.
Not like El Patron where I went yesterday.
I don't even know what that is.
That's a restaurant.
Is it any good?
Figured.
It's alright.
They have alcohol here?
Yeah, they have alcohol here.
I'd like to order
They're-
a round of drinks for me and Arlo and George.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
They have everything you could want. They have different sorts of liquors, ales, wines, whatever it is that any of you want.
Alright, I ordered the rounds for everybody. I'll let them pick their alcohol.
Whiskey.
What are you having?
Whiskey.
No, I mean, what are you having with your meal? What are you eating?
Oh, it's gonna be, I think it was the elk. Steak, some potatoes, and some honey bread.
This one will do you very nicely. He pours you a very large shot. It's a
Good.
triple shot
Glass.
in a glass.
I like how that made Esty so she could drink with water.
He slides that over to you. And what about you?
Absinthe over a sugar cube.
What are you eating?
Oh, salad.
Okay, yeah, sure, if that's what you want.
That is what I want.
He gets you some ridiculously strong alcohol
Okay.
and a sugar cube, and he just gives it to you with the weirdest look on his face.
Thank you.
I haven't had that one before. More
Yes.
of a dessert style.
Yes, a little bit. You'll need to turn the desktop audio up in OBS. I forgot to do that. And then you'll probably have to turn the ambient
You are
mixer
cutting out a little bit.
down a little bit.
What's the ambient mixer?
It's in Opera.
I don't know what you're talking about.
4 stone.
Show me what you're
Rocket
meaning.
Stone!
Rockin' stone.
Rocket Stone!
this is upper. Okay. My apologies.
I want the strongest alcohol that they serve here. Estes, what's a really strong alcohol?
Everclear.
I want Everclear and with a side of moonshine on the side.
He just looks at you as well. This weird ass look on his face. He gets something out of a clear bottle and pours a shot, and then he gives you the exact same thing he just gave Zarlo. He gives you a really strong alcohol with a sugar cube, and is like, I think that's what you mean there.
That'll work.
I'll have to come up with a name for it. Enjoy. You guys leave, you're just like, what are these people on about?
I ordered normally.
You were normal. Yeah, he liked you. He was like, alright.
Do you have a cold rock?
No.
We have a mage.
I can make a
I have
rock
a
cold.
mage. That's fine.
You have a mage. Alright. So you enjoy an actual meal.
God, this sounds so good.
You, being a hunter by trade, and probably your entire childhood, this is the first time you've had an actual steak, potato, like this is your meal.
Yeah.
Like this is your happy place right here. This is like nothing has been better in the past 3 months than this food. I don't know. Has anything been better? Has Joran actually liked anything that much?
No.
No. You aren't only eating mushrooms. You know, on the surface, mushrooms are nice. It's a nice little thing. Like sometimes you'll get down on some mushrooms. You're sick of fucking mushrooms.
They're the worst.
You have tomatoes.
Are we having to pay for this meal?
You
Yeah.
do have to pay for the meal, as far as you know.
Hey,
Okay.
I just want to bring this up then. Hey, Jordan, I'm a little short. You remember when I saved your life against that boss?
What do you mean you're short? You stole from me last week.
Well, he's not very tall.
I gambled it away. I gambled it away already. I may have misplaced it. Whatever excuse works. But you remember when I saved you from that boss? You're still alive because I killed it. You remember that?
Sure. I'll loan you some cash.
All
I'm gonna
right.
give me 2 gold pieces.
Hey,
That's
you
what
give
I'm
him
about.
you give him 2 gold. As
Right.
as he's digging into this sandwich that is easily bigger than his arm, like his forearm,
Oh yeah.
easily bigger, because he's a very small lad.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he does have steak on this, but it's different types of steak chopped very thinly. Very thin deli meat, basically, that he's got. Yeah, tomatoes, croutons. These are things that were just normal to you, by the way, Zarlo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is just what you would expect at the minimum. You haven't had the minimum recently. This is
No.
freaking awesome. Like, like actual food that you would normally just want.
And it's so fresh and crispy and delicious.
It is. It is, in fact, I mean, other than the mushrooms you guys picked and ate right there, it is the freshest. Because those didn't feel fresh.
No,
you
they're
know?
dank.
You get the smell of the cave, and that kind of messes with the aroma as you take a bite. Like, it was bad. And-
What's wrong with the smell of cave?
Yeah, and to you, Jim Joe, this is all new, except for the alcohol. The fact that you're having like actual meat is different than what you're used to. Before it was
Make
mainly
me have to go to the bathroom.
like bugs or mushrooms or there were different, like the thing that you guys were traveling with, I don't remember what we called it, like the giant roach that was like
Yeah.
pulling the caravan. You would also hunt those on occasion, and that would be like
You
kind
guys
of a
had-
meat
you guys-
source.
Jordan and Zarlo just haven't lived until they've eaten a roach mushroom sandwich. You've never had one. They're great.
No, I'm
Carapace.
not hungry anymore.
Carapace still on.
Yeah, well, you use it to like make a bowl out of it, you know, and then you eat it for like the dessert at the end. It's great.
So like lobster,
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
Boy,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
lobster.
It's like the poor man's lobster, you know.
So you enjoy your
Wow,
meal.
I'm never gonna be able to look at roaches the same again.
Yeah, you just went in depth with that one.
you're gonna look at them, and then that song is
Yeah,
gonna start playing. The
Now I'm just gonna start calling them poor man lobster all the time when I see them. Like, oh, there's poor man lobsters in your house.
Those were crawfish.
If you guys want to continue speaking to each other, do so now, or you can go have a long rest in your actual beds, or you can
I'd
take
like
these
to make a
meals up.
wager.
So, yeah, I'll take
like
the
to make
meal
a
up and I'll
wager.
pay with the dwarven coins that they accept.
Yeah,
Okay.
same.
As you
For my
go,
meal.
over, look at your food. You see the coins that you have are in fact a little different than the coins that everyone else is paying with. When they see your coins, they wave you through.
Oh,
Not his though.
Okay, not his.
Not this one. Yes, it's fine, but not the little one.
Okay.
Just gonna step back and watch.
And they look over, and they have to like actually lean over the like paying area, and they see Jim Jar, and they're like, "You won't pay for your child."
I just want to look up. I just want to look up and be like, my dad abuses me.
Roll a deception
He
check.
makes me pay for my own food.
Roll me a deception
oh my
check.
gosh.
Oh, I'm good at deception. Let me see.
You are.
Do I get?
It's just part of a life lesson.
All right, let's see. What's
Hey,
my?
I do appreciate
what's
that.
My, I have a +6 to deception. Let's roll. All right. Roll. All right, with my +6, I get an 18.
He doesn't look abusive. You ran this creepy smile.
But just, son, try to pay for your meal.
He's got to learn one of these days.
All right, I'll make a wager. Let's flip a coin for it. And if I win, my meal's free. If you win, I'll pay double for it.
Oh, of course. I'll play a game with you.
All right. Heads or tails?
Tails. Do you watch the coin as you flick it up?
Me?
No. Jim
I
Jar,
know
do you
it's gonna be the opposite.
Jim Jar, as you
I just
flick the coin, do you look at it as it goes in the air?
No, I just keep staring at the person that I'm wagering with.
Okay. It lands, it's heads, and she says, "Oh, wow, well, looks like you paid for your meal this time. Good job. On you go."
Walk
Hey,
off.
Dad, that's how you get a free meal. Let's go.
As you walk away, she continues to look at you.
Hit Jim Jar. No, I'm just kidding.
She's like staring at Jim Jar. don't know if anyone would be able to notice. Roll me a
Just
perception
imagine
check.
we walk away and Jordan, after we're walking away, he thinks no one's looking, just punches you. Punches you, Jordan.
22.
With the 22, you notice that she's like staring at this little guy, looking at his ears. Because they're hairy. Way hairier than a child's ears should be. She starts to realize that there's something weird going on, but is just gonna like let it go. She knows he's not a child at this point. It took a minute, but so you guys go up to the room, head on in, nice and warm. The fire's still lit from, I think Zarlo lit it before you
did.
guys left.
I did.
The place burned down.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Going to sleep.
Yep.
Eat, sleep. You have a long rest. For these purposes, you know what? What was the temporary hit points that your extra planar room gave? Was it D6? You wrote it down.
I did write it down. It's probably in my notebook. That's
That's fine.
somewhere.
For this time, it'll be a D6. That may not be the case for next time.
Okay.
You'll have to figure that one out. Yeah, just roll me a D6, everyone. You have that many temporary hit points.
Awesome.
I got 2.
Hey, 2 is more than what you had.
It's true.
You awaken to the sound of a knocking door. No, he's much more subtle. No one comes to the door.
I'm gonna
We don't want you dead anymore.
prestidigitate the repeat knocking.
On the other side.
So as he goes, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Yes. Hello. Are you all about ready to meet Sir Battlehammer?
Yes, 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
2 minutes. I will wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna just throw on my hides. Strap everything. I am going to do it. I don't. I guess I'll just tuck a python in my boot.
Okay.
They said we weren't allowed to bring our weapons, huh?
I don't know what they said.
Oh,
I
okay.
did not say.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. I'll take mine with me.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, take mine with me, but I'm gonna have something just in case.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys
I'm already ready. I just sleep fully clothed and with my weapons nearby.
sit with your daggers in hand, and he just sits there. Sometimes he grips it, and he's just like.
It's hard. It's hard. You know, I was on my own for so long.
PTSD.
I gotta be prepared, man.
Sometimes the pillows are destroyed.
Yeah.
Sometimes he just wakes up ripping through his sleeping bag.
That's when I usually try and sneak one of Jordan or Zarlo's pillows.
So you're taken to a mighty hall in which a red-haired dwarf of fierce and proud demeanor sits upon a massive stone throne. He's flanked by a number of guards and advisors, although a long stone table has been set to one side, laid out with refreshments. There do not appear to be any other guests. Welcome, friends. I've a mind to know about the rumblings and rumors about goings-on in the depths outside my city.
Well, we can tell you a little bit.
Well, if you relate to me what you know, we can talk about what you might want to do next.
It seems fair.
So here's the thing. The short version, there's a ton of like really powerful demons down in the depths below. There's one with a baboon face. There's one who's like a mushroom. There's one who's like a slime. Is that all that we encountered so far? Wasn't there a spider?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
Was there a spider?
No.
Okay, there was no spider.
Was that all?
That's seems to be yeah.
3 of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like there was one from like where the giants were.
No, you had that was Thembershad. He was the dragon
Oh. Okay.
that ran their forges.
Yeah.
All right. Well, settle down. Settle down. You're a mushroom. A mushroom that is a really powerful demon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Elaborate.
She ruled over decay. She
It was Phyllis, or no.
she had the ability to
She was miking it.
she had the ability to influence those to her will, likely using spores.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
Underdark is full of spores, mushrooms of different types. You saw this.
And she was
Yeah.
yes, and she was able to bring the dead back as like half mushroom, half living thing, or undead.
They were like mushroom zombies.
Yes.
Spore servants.
Yeah, spore servants. That's a really good one.
Yeah. Familiar?
I've heard of a few situations similar to this. Okay. Baboon face.
Oh, well,
Probably.
baboon faces, really.
What was it 300 feet tall? Or was it
I
30?
don't remember
30?
the actual.
I thought he said 30 stories.
No, I think it was 3 stories, 30 feet.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if.
He was a tall fucker. Very tall. He had 2 faces that looked like baboons. On 2 heads, really. They weren't just 2 faces randomly.
He destroyed an entire city.
Uh-huh.
The city of Sloopladap.
They called him the,
Deep Father.
Deep Father.
The Deep Father.
Yes, there was a new religious cult that popped up, and they were like sacrificing people to him, you know, at war with the other religious cult there, who was honoring the Sea Maiden,
Something mother.
Sea Mother, the Sea Mother.
You were both right.
Yeah, it's been months. Like, you're lucky that we can remember this much, with what we've been through.
And you're saying it's huge.
Oh, massive. At least 30 feet tall.
Destroy the city. Stepping on it, or
I think tidal waves were part of it, really. It was a
Shoot
cavern.
something.
Yeah, probably like laser eyes, I don't know. Jewish space
I don't
lasers.
know if
just-
I'm thinking of Godzilla right now. Or...
It had the tentacles. Too.
Tentacles, yeah.
Or do you mean King Kong? Because of the baboon faces.
It's a blend of both. That might be why.
Kingzilla.
And you said an ooze.
Oh,
That one
yeah.
is much more fresh. The ooze. It sends out a presence. It makes you feel like you were surrounded by smaller slimes and oozes.
It's very
Drives you
suffocating.
paranoid.
Very suffocating indeed. You know,
It
the army just needed an Uzi. That's it.
and it took over the previous king of. One second, I'll get it.
Bedazzled,
Yeah,
bejeweled, Jewel Town.
Bling.
Blingden Stone. We spent enough time there. You'd think we'd remember it.
The fact that you guys remember Slugladov and not Blingdenstone, there's something weird going on there.
And there was a town between them that I don't even remember.
Gracklestew.
Gracklestew.
Yep.
I
Ugh.
don't know why. I guess Blingdenstone's just a hard name for me to remember.
Yeah. No, it's a weird one.
Yeah, Blingden Stones.
And it took over the previous king of Blingdenstone, and he became like a great general of oozes and commanded them like an army.
Mm-hmm.
They were well coordinated.
He was very gross. He
was.
got Uzi himself.
He became an ooze.
Not really. Not really, no. You know how oozes absorb people and then you see their bits inside them? It's kind of the opposite of that. It's like he kind of absorbed the ooze and then the ooze was just like oozing out. He was like swollen and looked very infected, really.
Looks like you had too much dessert.
And what are the places you had been? You mentioned Slugladon
Yes.
was destroyed.
I mean, I think that we can assume that that's the case. We left before it got too bad.
What of Blingdenstone and
Probably also got destroyed. No,
No.
Blingdenstone did not.
Blingdenstone is prospering at this point.
Yes, they're back on the road to success, rebuilding.
Aye. Alright. And where did you see the mushroom?
Oh, that was in Neverlight Grove. We've been around.
You've only heard whispers of Neverlight Grove. What is it?
Oh,
It was a colony of myconids that decided to settle down and build a colony.
it's a grove in which there's never any light.
It's just a grove full of mushrooms.
Was. They left. They had to leave. I think the Myconid demon queen.
They took
Probably
over
still there.
half. The myconid demon took over half of the tribe and contaminated them, and so the other half separated and became nomadic again.
It's all very nasty, really.
What other effect did she have on these myconids?
She tried to get married.
She did get married.
She did get married. She got married. She got married. I don't know who she married. Did we kill who she married? I think we killed who she
No.
married. No.
No,
We killed the snake.
pastor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Who'd she get married to?
No. I don't
Did
think
we not
I
stay
don't-
for the wedding?
No.
We didn't stay for the reception, I guess.
It was the mycelium network.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, she married the internet.
Basically.
That is concerning.
You're saying that she's taken over the Underdark. Are they all battling for power? What would you say?
I would not be able to make a guess at that.
I don't know that I actually got the impression that they were battling each other. More like trying to gain power and control their own areas. Who knows? It could be a conglomerate of some sort. A consortium. A demonic consortium, if you will.
I will. Oh, okay. What of minor demons?
Chasm demons.
That's pretty much it.
Insect like motherfuckers.
They're really terrible. Terrifying, too.
Did you, how did they appear to act? Was it
Aggressive.
organized?
No.
No, really, they just kind of showed up. Or we just kind of showed up upon them also. We've seen them a couple of times. They're just kind of there.
Do either of you remember this first session, by the way?
Yeah.
Vaguely.
Oh. What kind of demon was that? It was
I didn't write down demons. I have my mushroom list. I have my prisoners list.
I should have wrote down demons. It was a
There were Chasm and Vrock.
rock. That's the one.
I don't. Can you remind me what the rock were?
The flying one, right?
Huh?
It's the flying one, right?
The Chasm demons can also fly.
Oh.
I almost
Um,
grabbed my mic to take a drink.
I need to fill my water up here shortly.
All you would remember is that they appeared to be like fighting each other as they flew into Velkenvelv.
The rocks and the chasm demons?
Yeah, they were like battling each other, and then they flew into Velkenvelv, where the Drows got onto their mounts and started launching like a counterattack, basically.
Oh, right. I remember that. It was the diversion we used to escape.
Yep.
Or we used that time to escape.
Well, for now, continue to enjoy what refreshments there are and see the city if you will.
I will.
Tonight,
Uno reverse card!
tonight we will have a feast here. Please join.
Most excellent. I mean, great. We'll be there.
Approximately 30 minutes from the time that the light dims.
Sure.
Before or after?
After.
Okay, great. Because I was like, I don't know how we're gonna anticipate that. Question for you. What do
Yes.
you know about any of these demons? These demon lords? Have you heard whisperings? What are they up to?
I have heard that they amass strength very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
They have been gaining corporeal form, which they previously did not have. They are brought together by worship, by hideous combination. That's just what the baboon face sounds to me like.
Yeah, he was
They've
hideous.
put things together into some monstrosity.
And who's they?
Whoever these demon lords are able to take control. As you have described, this pudding king. They take control of something. And that person becomes a vessel in which the Demon Lord can completely act through them. Make them do what it wants. Use them to create a body. Kill something. Do something that gives them the opportunity to take control. Be here. They're able to put themselves actually onto this plane. They have power either way. But typically just gets into your head.
Interesting.
So what do we do about them? I mean, they're gonna take down everything.
It is worse than you know.
Of course it is.
We have dealings with the surface, and it has affected the surface as well. It has not pierced the walls of Gauntlgrym. That is primarily due to the amount of magic that has gone into the creation of Gauntlgrym. Much more difficult to penetrate. However, the surface is all open. Been affected. It has affected you, and it has affected you. I can see it. You have horns.
Yeah, I got them for my birthday.
You have fur.
Keeps me warm.
He's got ears too. I'm gonna like
Well, you've got ears.
point. I'm gonna like flick your little fox ear.
They do that little twitch
Yeah.
thing.
See?
Furry ear.
Yeah.
I myself have also been affected in this way. I've witnessed it happen over my time on the surface. Not as rapidly as you. I assume that sort of change is evolutionary in nature. When you arrived, you saw banners of different strong houses and guilds.
Mm-hmm.
They will be at the feast. I will speak to them before and see what their thoughts are.
Are they all equal in standing?
They're all specialized in their own sort of craft or trade or focus. They're widely different.
Understood.
And while you guys take a break until the feast, we can take a quick break.
Awesome.
Let's take 10 minutes or so, and we will be back. Good is good. What do I got?
The "we'll be back" scene.
Intermission?
Yeah, that one. Yeah. So cute.
All right, and we're back from our very short break.
Is the desktop audio still muted?
I clicked the button. and
Awesome.
it's good. Yeah.
I always forget that.
So, did you guys want to do anything while you await the time for the feast, or what?
I would have just explored a little bit, but
Okay.
maybe try to. No, pretty good. Unless find some healing potions they'll give me for free because of those coins.
They wouldn't.
Darn.
You have
Well, at least he,
gold
got,
on
he,
you,
he
right?
had to try.
I thought they said that our gold wouldn't work here.
No, they did not say that.
Okay.
They said that you can use your gold, but like this is their gold. This is
Gotcha.
their currency. They do. There's no
I-
exchange rate on gold.
I have absolutely no clue how much gold I have because I forgot my character sheet.
I have 36 gold.
Well, you'll
Not
probably
enough for anything.
depending on how everything goes, there might be some reward.
Cash reward.
There might be some more reward. Yeah.
Oh, look.
Okay.
So yeah, you go
Then let's
explore.
feast.
You do find very high quality dwarven gear that's here. Some sick ass armor, sweet weapons,
Okay.
arrows to fit your needs if
Yeah, I
if
could
they are
definitely
there.
use replacing my my bow that I have currently. It's okay.
Isn't your bow that you have currently the good one?
It is. But see if I can find something better.
They would have different bows, yeah. Yep. So yeah. And you're able to go in and look around now, or prior to leaving, however you want to do it.
Prior to leaving, I think I'll just sit around and wait for.
Then we will start with the like shopping on the way out with next time.
Okay.
So you guys can actually look around. So yeah, you go and you've identified the shops you want to actually go into and really take a look at. There's magic shops as well here, so there's actually stuff to get. Otherwise, you meander, you mingle, you show back up to the what's it called? The fiery pit, the hall that you had an audience with Brunner with.
Yeah. Did
Oh,
you give
yeah.
us a name for it?
I did not.
Okay, that was like I don't remember. It was a stone key.
Yeah, no, you were in his throne room, basically. Just a big ass dwarven, like, king room, and it has that big ass table that I had told you about earlier. At this point, there's that table, and there's another table higher up, and there's a bunch of people. These banners that are behind me, which you guys, sorry, you can't actually see. There are the factions that I described last time that are there. And yeah, you may speak with whoever you'd like. Everyone's just eating, talking. They've had conversations with Brunor at this point. So yeah, what will you do? There's also just whatever food you want here.
Turkey leg.
Yeah, there would actually be like big ass turkey legs, steaks.
I would like to start off with, be like, hey, look at that banner.
Kind of looks like you.
Oh yeah, it does. Its nose is much larger than mine, though.
I wouldn't say much, but it is large. I mean, yeah. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's right.
You want to go check them out?
Possibly. The Harper's looks really. I want to know what each of them specialize in.
What about you, Ginger? Are you drawn to anyone? We have the Harpers.
So
I'm kind of curious about the Harpers too, actually.
okay, and just so that I can rephrase them for you, there are 5 different factions. One of them is the Harpers. One of them is the Order of the Gauntlet. One of them is the Emerald Enclave. One's the Lord's Alliance, and the last one is the Genterin. So you want
Actually,
to
I like the. I kind of want to look at the Emerald Alliance too.
the Emerald Enclave?
Yeah, that's the one I was gonna
But
start
yeah, that's
with.
fine. Enclave, yeah.
Yeah, let's go there
That
first.
sounds kind of intriguing too.
Yeah.
And you see that they're wearing their colors. So the Emerald Enclave is obviously emerald and yellow.
Okay.
Okay.
Members of the Emerald Enclave are spread all over the place, across the Sword Coast and the North. They operate in isolation, relying on abilities and instincts to survive. They live in the wilderness. And,
Sounds like my kind of people.
the individual you are speaking with is Marista Malkin, neutral good shield dwarf scout.
Her? Or him?
Your pronouns.
We're gonna go with her.
All right.
I'm gonna go with her. Yep.
Marista.
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 Hello.
Do I remember what colors the other shield dwarf was wearing? In the prison?
Do you? Roll me a history check.
I don't even remember her name.
6?
I was gonna say 12, so no.
I was gonna say like Erin. I don't know her name.
Eldrith.
Eldrith. I was close.
Eldra feminist.
Eldrith Feldra.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't need no man. Help me
Yeah.
out. Escape from prison.
Hell yeah.
She did.
I mean, she died,
did,
but
yeah.
like, I think that has nothing to do with her not needing a man.
Yeah,
Fair.
true. Other than
But she needed me.
She met a vengeful DM who didn't want to play all the characters.
I gave her shitty personality, and it seemed like everyone would be okay with her dying.
so that nobody would get attached.
So she did.
Oh.
I was attached to Stool
Okay.
instantly, so I made
Yeah,
sure
me
that
too.
Stool was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what do you ask Marista?
So what do you all do?
We are hunters.
Hey, me too.
Are you?
I am.
Where do you typically hunt?
I don't know exactly where it is from here, but there's this large cavern just below the surface. Oftentimes deer and elk will wander in looking for water, and I track them down and kill them. Sometimes I go up on the surface, but I try not to because of all the fucked shit up there.
It is really fucked up there. I can vouch for that.
That is understandable. I'm not the biggest fan of the surface either. I'm also not the biggest fan of caves. I hate this world. Just kidding.
Are you a Gen Z?
I prefer to live within the wilderness. Typically, I reside within the forests. And my home is in a cave. However, I don't spend much time there.
What brings you down here? This is awful far from a forest.
Yes, we sent resources to Brunor in his reclamation of Gonpugrim. Aided him with food and some resources as well. We have a large network. When we get together, we do try to think about the betterment of everything, especially in the surface world. However, with the whisperings we've heard of the Underdark, have become worried of what has been going on down there. Brunor he's had his assumptions, and today has, with presumably your help, has made those assumptions become more factual and maybe worse than anticipated. But yes, we are typically hunters and druids, wilderness people.
So I guess I must thank you for the feast I had yesterday.
Not directly, no. But yes, some of our brethren have come to reside here, as they truly do love this area. It is an interesting in-between. It's not the Underdark, but it is very deep. And it's not the surface, yet the surface is accessible. She also will mention to you that there's different resources that they have available that they're really good at obtaining.
Okay.
Yes, and depending on how the remainder of this conversation goes with Brunor and everything, we do have access to different sorts of lizards, which we have domesticated, and they aid us in our travels. We have brought extras down here. Typically, we leave some as they are needed in the Underdark.
What's the going rate for a lizard?
We don't really go for payment in the typical sense, more of a barter system of goods or services. So what you could offer could be traded for lizard. We have mounts, is typically what they are used for. Very fast and very, very capable within the network of tunnels, which is why we've brought more down here. Some of our people are in the Underdark and prefer a means of travel rather than walking.
As would I.
Heard it is very slow. Our lizards excrete a substance which allows them to always find their way back.
Excellent.
Well, we will keep that in mind. Thank you.
Would you take spell scrolls as a trade?
No, yes, we would. Spell scrolls can always be used for us, depending on what they are. Do you have any you were thinking of in particular?
No, it just occurred to me that I could write some up for you.
Oh, well, yes. If you know, after this feast, have a talk with me. Tell me what you could offer me, and I'll see if there's anything I would like to choose.
Sure.
Great. And thank you for the information, and very sorry for how horrific it was down there, and the time you must have had.
It was pretty bad, but brought us here, so
Thank you. It was a pleasure meeting you.
As well you.
all right. Harper's.
Yeah, let's check out the Harpers.
The Harpers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you like a brief description from the book directly. That way you
Okay.
actually get it, and you kind of understand in a like more deep sense what they do. It's just a little difficult with the way the book puts it to actually like
Yeah. Gotcha.
talk it out as the character. So for the Emerald Enclave, which you just spoke to, they usually operate in isolation, relying on their own abilities and instincts to survive. They live deep in wildernesses, and that basically demands great fortitude and the mastery of fighting and survival skills. In the Underdark, far from the wildlands, the Emerald Enclave just is kind of new there, so they need to really remain vigilant because there's just random shit. Chasm demons and fucking normal demons and just all sorts of random shit going on that you have come across. Some members of the Emerald Enclave engage with the people of the world as protectors, emerging from the wilderness to help others survive the perils of the surface. Some are charged with defending sacred glades and preserving the natural balance, so that'd be like the druids that I was just talking about. At times, all members of the order are called together to combat foes great enough to disrupt or destroy the natural order. So it's kind of like their deal, is like they try and preserve the natural order. The Harpers they're members of a clandestine network of spellcasters and spies.
Nice.
Who pride themselves on being incorruptible defenders of the greater good and champions of the oppressed. Harper agents are trained to act alone and rely on their own resources. When they get into scrapes, they don't count on fellow Harpers to rescue them. Sometimes these agents must band together to face world-threatening foes, at which point the deep friendships between them forge the kind of fighting force needed to overthrow tyranny and eradicate evil. So they're very much...
CIA.
Yeah. They're the James Bonds of the spellcasting world. And when you go to approach the main one at the table, he's a male human wizard
Cool.
named Zalarai. No.
There's a throwback.
When you go up to him, he introduces himself as Lord Zelron Roaringhorn. That was a weird one to say.
Zelron.
Zelron.
Man, it's another one of your aliases.
I know.
There
Seriously.
you go. There's the next name for your character.
Yep.
Um,
Sign me up.
sign you up
Sign me up.
Not me.
for the Harpers.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Oh, I wasn't aware I was going to receive applications here.
Do you not receive applications here?
Oh, I receive applications as they are given. What do you do?
All the things.
Great.
I cast the spells and I dance the dances and I heal the wounded.
Yes, that fits. Okay, we could certainly.
He's quite talented at dancing.
I am.
Show me a dance. And I'm assuming like spinning around. And there's like
Yeah.
prestidigitated light and everything.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
all cool as hell. I'm just like, Zelron's just like, yes, that is a very good dance. I've met a couple of magical dancers, if you will, in my time.
So have I. You're breaking up, but at least you come in and I can hear you at the good parts. Like,
And as a dancer, it must be lonely in the Underdark. I've heard you've spent a great deal of time there. Not much of an audience, I would assume.
No, I don't really do it for the audience, for the fame.
So just enjoy the dance.
I do. Mm-hmm. It helps me greatly in battle.
Ah. Interesting. Yes, very dexterous, I imagine.
Absolutely.
Strong legs.
Mm-hmm. Can
Good.
crush a watermelon.
Oh. Great. Yes, we typically do not rely on brute force like that, but having it is nice.
It was a joke. And just never mind.
Ah, yeah. No, I see what you're saying. Oh, okay. Yes, yes. Anything else you'd like to know about us?
No, you sound like my kind of crew.
Yes, well, we attempt to destroy evil where we find it, or stop it before it can occur, preferentially. Yes,
It's the evil catch.
here, have an actual application, and you'll
Oh,
send you
fine.
a packet. You may give that to me tomorrow.
Okay, sure.
I will be, probably here,
Okay.
as I have more to discuss with Brunor. Anything else weird?
Everything is weird.
When you look at him too, you see this very interesting necklace. It's this necklace, it's like this amulet that has the pendant is a shield.
Interesting.
And can you roll me something? Roll me something on the amulet, because it's very, I know it would catch someone's eye. And tell me what you're rolling for.
Oh, I don't know.
You're perceiving something, you're doing something on
Magical, I
it.
guess.
Do something magical on it, yeah.
14.
14. So this is like a obviously enchanted amulet.
Mm-hmm.
And as you stare at it and you kind of you're looking at it, he notices you doing so, and he says, "This is an amulet that has the ability to summon a guardian.
Oh.
He's proven me very useful many times
Wow.
over.
That sounds amazing.
Yes, you should find one.
I would love to find one.
These actually are fairly rare. However, maybe once you speak with me, we can discuss your placement.
Okay.
After your application has been submitted, and perhaps you will be able to find one of your own based on your placement.
That would be great. I would love that.
Well, I would like to continue eating.
Oh, sure,
I do
sure.
not enjoy the company of eyes as I eat. Sorry. I know. It's
I understand
a little odd.
that. No, I get it. I get it. Thank you.
Thanks.
He's an obviously a weird guy, but he's nice.
Yeah,
That guy was weird, but he was nice.
that was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's nice or not. He was just weird.
So otherwise, while you guys go about to the different factions, there's Sir Laniver Strail for this one, or the Gauntlet. And they are a tightly knit group of holy-minded crusaders driven by a finely honed sense of justice and honor. Friendship and camaraderie are important to members of the order, and they share a trust normally reserved for siblings. The Underdark has always been a proving ground for candidates of the Order, as well as a frequent destination for veteran paladins, monks, and clerics looking to smite evil. I honestly thought that you would take an interest in that one. As they're kind of your, like, you had like a paladin in your group, and you know, and you're like a cleric kind of.
Yeah.
and
I
They
might sign
s-
up with them too.
They seemed like your jam, but yeah, Sir Laniver Strail, and as you guys speak with him, I'm just gonna kind of like paraphrase this next part, just that way. I said 40 minutes, and it's already 40 minutes, and I want to like give you the information, and then next time we can finish up what's going on here. He basically says that he has brought extra veterans of the gauntlet that
Nice.
could be used as a resource if need be.
Sweet.
Lord's Alliance, they're basically just political and economic actual lords and ladies and whatnot. And the guy that's here representing the faction is Lord Aravian Hound.
I would like for that one.
He's a half-elf noble. And they have guards and spies
Oh.
as a thing that they obviously need and bring with them. And then there's the cool one, the Gentarim. The one with the dragon.
Oh, it's a dragon?
I think, I don't know.
I thought that was a
I thought it
sword.
yeah, I thought it was a curvy dagger.
It's a Gentarim. This guy's